Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone from www.thebeautyinspirit.com. I hope you guys are having a really good week. Now, I'm gonna be doing a reading for you from that's the back from the numerology guidance cards by Michelle Birkenan. I love this deck. I mentioned it in my last video, and so yeah, I just decided to give it a go this week because I've been using it and I really enjoy it. So yeah, this is your weekly reading for the 6th through to the 12th of October. Now I had to make this video again because my phone rang and it was the builder. So yes. So yeah, what came up as your first card for this week is the creativity card. And to me, I really love this card because to me it's about working with your creative energy, the creative energy that is going to be present. And I think creative energy is amazing because you're able to manifest all kinds of things when you are being your most creative and imaginative. Because if you think about it, everything that we manifest, it has to start somewhere, it has to begin at some point. And it's that creative energy that brings it through, whether you're even making a baby. There's a creative energy that comes from bringing a child into the world, in that obviously there's a process that you had to go through to establish, like a child in the end. And it's not only about like sexual energy too, but it can be about just what is it that you want to bring in at this time. For some of us it can be like creative energy in the sense of being artistic, um composing music, all that kind of thing. To me, creativity is connected with magical energy, because to take nothing, like to have nothing and then create something out of it, is a magical process. It's a process where basically you literally formed something that was just all from your own ability, your own will, or your own effort. And that's an amazing thing to be able to do. So it feels like at the beginning of the week that there's going to be something that we're going to be putting our time or energy into, that we're trying to establish, we're trying to form. So that's nice energy. The middle of the week is abundance, which is another card I like. And it's so interesting that it followed after this card, which is all about creating, and now we have this abundance. So it seems that what we're going to be creating is abundance into our lives. And to me, abundance is something that we don't necessarily have to create per se, because abundance for me is more of a feeling more than anything else. It's a feeling of being abundant, because in all honesty, there's so much of us, like so many of us, that we can be unhappy with what we have in life only because we don't realize how abundant we really are in our lives. Like, we can have, I mean, let's be honest, there are people in the world that have very little. There's people in the world that they don't have a roof over their head, they don't have food, they don't have access to clean water and things like that. And you think to yourself, it is really terrible that we live in a world where anyone should have to live like that. Because in all honesty, this world, this planet, is full of abundance. It's full of food, it's full of resources, it's full of everything that all of us, every single human being on this earth, um should be able to have access to. And yet it's distributed in a way that is so unfair for so many people. And it's horrible that we live in a world that's like that, and that even in this day and age, where we know all the issues that go on with sort of the unfair distribution of even just wealth in general. Let's be honest. We know these things, but we still kind of maintain a system where it still is the same way. It's crazy. But yeah, that's just me kind of going on on a tangent. But anyway, abundance is about appreciation for what it is that you do have. if you have a roof over your head, if you know that you have, clothes on your back, if you have a family that care about you, or just people in your life that care about you and stuff like that, it's about being appreciative for all those things. And when you are appreciative, when you live your life in gratitude, then you can really feel abundant in your life. And that abundance can only lead to greater things for you coming into your life, because of the fact that you already have such a great appreciation for what it is that you already have. So that's what abundance really is about. And it seems that we're going to have opportunities for us to feel even more abundant this week through things that we are creating and manifesting at this time. So know that even though you may be creating something and bringing something in, that you don't have to always be bringing something in to make you feel more abundant. Again, like I said, it's a feeling that we should have access to all the time, or we should be feeling all the time. But I know that there are some occasions where we can feel more abundant than others. Usually that's when an opportunity comes through, something comes through, and we're really like, oh wow, and we get excited about it. And then that's when we kind of feel it. But yeah, it should be something that we connect with all the time. So yes, follow your dreams. This card has been stalking me. Since I've been using this deck recently. Like I've had this deck for ages, but well, if you guys watch my other video, you'll see why I pulled this deck out again a few days ago, and I've been doing like daily readings with it for myself. And yeah, this card has been following me, but I like it. It's about following your dreams. It's about manifesting change for yourself, because these changes that you're making is going to make you feel clearly more abundant, because of the fact that you are going to be living a life where you are happier, because of the fact that you're doing something that is meaningful to you. I think that it's really important for us to do work and spend time doing things that are meaningful to us. Recently, I've been reading a book that has really been helping me put some things into perspective. When I finish reading it, I'll probably tell you guys a bit more about it. But what has kind of come to mind with me reading this is that we spend so much time in our lives doing stuff that doesn't give us joy. We spend a lot of time, like even if you just think about your job, like there's so many people that do work that they can't stand, and look how many hours you devote to your job. Like if you have a full-time job that you hate, that's like 40 hours of your life each week that is being given to a place or an authority or whatever that you don't even want to be in. And it's difficult, I know, because obviously you have bills to pay, you got things to think about. It's not as simple as just packing up your job and just pursuing your dreams. But I think at the same time, I think that we always have to make space for the dreams that we do have. Even if you're not in a position right now to say, oh, like I'm just going to leave my job. But even if you're in a position to say, well, do you know what can I do every day, whether it's just spending 15 minutes, or even if it's, I don't know, 15 minutes, half an hour, to say that I'm putting it towards something that is my dream, something that makes me feel good, something that is establishing a goal that I really want to attain for myself. I think that alone is meaningful, because at least then you're feeling like, you know what, I am working towards something that I truly want in my life, that can really bring me a sense of happiness. And that's what it's about. I think that in this life, we're here to be happy, we're here to have fun, we're here to do exciting things, and life shouldn't be dull and boring and drab and like, oh, you're just dragging yourself around and you can't stand anything. Like so many people live like that, and I just think that that's not what life really is about. So I would say, yeah, follow your dreams, follow what it is that you really want to do. The only thing that I would say is, just as a bit of a warning, is that the week of this reading, that's when Mercury goes into retrograde. I think it goes into retrograde on the 5th of October. So if you guys are really into watching like astrology videos, or stuff, you will hear that a lot of astrologers will tell you don't start anything new on a Mercury retrograde. Don't sign any contracts or agreements during Mercury retrograde. There can be miscommunications and misunderstandings between people at this time, and so and technology can go haywire at this time as well. So what I would say is it may not be the best time to start something that is brand new, but it could be a good time, like maybe not to launch something, but if you want to just put some efforts, make some efforts, like by just researching some things that are to do with your dream, talking to some people about it, getting some information together. I think it's a good time for that kind of thing, but it's probably not the best time to try and just launch out something, because more than likely if you launch something, it's going to need to be redone in some kind of way, because that's usually what happens with Mercury retrograde. Like, it's not a good time to sort of finalize things and put it out there, because more than likely you have to redo it in some kind of way or something like that. So yeah, just bear that in mind. But these are really good cards for this week. And the card that came up as your guardian angel card is this one right here. Because you guys know I'm still been really enjoying this deck. So I said I'll pick one of these cards for you guys as well. And it's the Ace of Fort with our little cherub on the top there. And it says, this cherub has arrived to congratulate you for your brilliant new idea, which is truly inspired. It's important to communicate clearly and thoroughly with others who are involved in the implementation of your idea. Don't be dissuaded by little challenges along the way. These are merely course corrections to perfect your plan. So that's really interesting, because this obviously does speak of something new coming in, but this is kind of speaking more of having a new idea. So if you have an idea about something, like I said, it might be a good time to sort of research, find out a bit more, just to be able to maybe later on be able to create something that you can launch, maybe when Mercury kind of goes direct, that you can then come out with and then introduce, and then it'll be good because by then your idea would have been established, and it's like you would be ready to launch something, and because you would have taken out that time to kind of perfect it, by the time you launch it, it will be close to perfect. So yeah, I like that card. And it also says don't be disillusioned by little challenges too, which I think the challenges can be the Mercury retrograde challenges that might be coming up for you. And it's interesting that this is the Ace of Thought, which is about clear communication. Um, and it says it's important to communicate clearly, which is really good advice for Mercury retrograde as well, because like I said, there could be misunderstandings, so it is really important to be able to communicate in a way that is very clear for other people to understand you and get where you're coming from, so that there isn't any kind of issues with people not understanding what you're saying, or thinking that you mean something that you don't mean. So yeah, this is about new ideas. Maybe the new ideas is what we're creating at this time, which makes us feel abundant so that we can follow our dreams. So, yes, I'll see you guys. Bye.